by the way.
Cutting your calories?
Cutting your calories is the hardest way.
Yeah. I read an interesting article.
Simple diet and exercise is the hardest way to lose weight.
That's why I'm not using that method. I'm using meth. Just meth. It's actually just meth.
Using the Chernobyl method?
Yeah, right?
The weight, the weight melts right off.
I'm using a combination of Adderall and liposuction. It's like
we're going live right now.
Okay.
So
Adderall and liposuction. That sounds amazing.
Right? Yeah. It's the American Health Plan.
Is it?
And I don't know. None of it would be covered by any health plan.
You would never be. Tom is on meth, and you did hear it here.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
The meth is on me. We're having a party. Come on over.
Can I do the... Where's the thing? Hold on. Where you at? Overlays.
Are they working?
Chat. I just got to see if I could... I did put the chat on our glory hole thing. Oh, look at that.
Hey, Cecil, real quick,
it's
man.
Amazing.
Did you have any good dreams this week?
Do you want to hear about them?
Don't tell me them.
Okay, let me tell you about them.
You didn't have any.
Hold on, let me go back to that.
I want to say, I just wanted to ask you that so I could tell you that no, you didn't, and I don't care about them. Just wanted to. You're going to tell me anyway. You're going to tell me. You're going to hijack my joke.
I've come to talk with you again.
I had a dream.
I
had a dream this week.
Myself.
You did. You asked. You specifically asked. I had a dream.
Are we good to go past this?
You can go ahead and yeah. I mean, my clothes are on. So, but they weren't in my dream. So let me tell you about it. So I had a dream
that all men were equal.
That my butt cheeks were attached to each other in a way that is not natural.
What? Like they're
just
you had
stuck.
one. You had a unit cheek.
A unit cheek.
You had a unit cheek.
Unit cheek. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's the least fun ass dream.
And I had to go potty. Very difficult.
That is the least fun ass dream ever.
We're only live on YouTube, though. That's all I'm getting is YouTube.
That's depressing.
Why is that?
I don't know. Hi, Sargon.
Is it only YouTube?
His house? Is this where he lives?
Is it only YouTube coming through here? I don't understand why there's... Should be 6 of 6.
No, it's on... Periscope says it's online.
I'm only seeing YouTube comments.
Facebook says it's on.
Is it? Hi, guys. If you're on a different medium than YouTube, type in the chat.
I want to make sure it's working.
Medium. Hello, everybody. Hello,
good evening.
McCorn Toast. Hello, Scott. Hello, Random Family Man. Nobody else. I'm not seeing any other chats. Maybe it's just the chat. I don't know. I have to go to the...
Go let me see the chat thing.
I'll go to the thing.
Yeah. How's this whole contraption?
Hi, everybody. How's everybody doing? We're doing a patron thing tonight.
Little stories you guys picked.
Stories that folks picked tonight. It's going to be exciting. There's Twitter. I see Twitter now.
All right.
Let's go to the chat.
We are aware and investigating an issue with Facebook chat functionality.
Oh, fucking Facebook chat functionality.
God damn it, Zuckerberg. Get him on the phone.
What the fuck?
Get Zuck on the phone. We've been zucked.
Smoke a blunt right now. Okay, Joshua.
I have a blunt right now.
Although in Illinois, you will be able to do it soon because the governor
Jan 1
signed it into law.
January 1st.
Is that just they're going to allow dispensaries?
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, they're using their network. The initial phase is to use the existing network of medical dispensaries and then begin licensing other dispensaries.
Let's get into the pot business, dude.
What the fuck, man? We got room here in Glory Hole Studios.
Get into the pot business.
Do we know anybody?
Do we know anybody who could come here and turn this into a hydroponic lab? We just have like shit hanging from the ceiling.
Here's what I want to do. I want to manage it, and by manage it, I mean I would like most of the money, and somebody else does the work.
That's fair.
That's kind of my role as I see it.
Not for anyone else, but it's fair for you.
Well, it's American fare, and that's different.
Yeah, we're not getting chat from everybody.
Oh, man,
so
what a bummer.
You're going to have to monitor the Facebook one.
Facebook is not working right now. Their API is broken.
Oh, so we're not even on Facebook?
On Facebook?
No, it's streaming and everybody's there, but they can't. It's not working with the restream.
Oh, I see.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, hello, Facebook. We can't hear you tonight. If you go to
guys.
some other place.
YouTube or Twitch or wherever.
Well, I haven't seen a Twitch yet either, to be honest. So, is anybody on Twitch?
Any Twitchies?
I'll double check.
Anybody on Twitch? Say hello from Twitch.
All right. Any thoughts on the Chicago bank buying out Whataburger? All the Texans here are pissed about it. I didn't know it happened. I've never had Whataburger.
I haven't heard it before. Is that the same? Oh, that's Wahlburger. I'm thinking something different.
That's where Marky Mark gets his food, right? It's Wahlburger.
That's his company.
Wait, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that. I was fucking joking around.
Yeah.
Really?
He was joking around before you, and he made the joke, and he made a Wahlburger.
All right. Facebook says to allow Periscope. Nah, it's all just fucking broken.
I don't even understand. Oh, there we go. There's one person on Mixer.
All right.
That was us.
All right, we're on Mixer. That's awesome. Have you ever eaten at Whataburger, though?
I haven't. Where is it? Where is it located, Whataburger? Evidently in Colorado, right?
Well, he said Texas.
Oh, Texas. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a Texas-only fast food place. I don't think... Isn't Whataburger in California? I thought I remember seeing him in California. I've never eaten there.
I ate at that one shitty place in California. What is that? In-N-Out Burger?
I like In-N-Out Burger.
Garbage.
You don't like In-N-Out Burger?
Terrible. That's terrible.
I like it.
That's a useless burger.
Oh, I thought it was good. I disagree. I think it was good.
Yeah. In-N-Out's probably one of my least favorites that I've had.
What's your favorite fast food burger?
I think we've covered this before. My favorite fast food burger might be Five Guys.
Yeah,
I
mine's
think Five Guys is
Would you consider
really
that
solid.
fast food? Is it?
I mean, fast-ish.
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 Fast casual.
Yeah, if I was going to go for fast food.
Fast food is defined by a drive-thru.
Yeah, a drive-thru. There's not a lot of burgers I would eat in
I
a
know.
drive-thru.
It's a tough question, isn't it?
I wouldn't eat a burger in a drive-thru.
If you have to get drive-thru food, what do you? Culver's. I would do Culver's.
Culver's, there you go. Culver's.
Yep.
Yeah, Culver's is
That's
solid.
a decent food. That's a decent food.
Yeah, Culver's is solid. Okay. All right. We're going to
All
go.
right,
We're going to read a story. What do you guys say?
Let's
You
do
guys
it.
want to read a story? We're going to do a story. Why don't we just start with one we don't have well, actually, let's do one we do have to read.
All right. So this story is from Rolling Stone. Gwats, tonks, and subhuman shit. The shocking texts. Really, are they shocking, though?
Not really.
Of a Border Patrol agent. How an Arizona officer accused of hitting a migrant with his truck could put his agency's toxic culture on trial.
Jesus Christ, did he text the person before he hit him? Get out of the way, you subhuman shit.
Hang on. Gotta hit another gwat. All right. Yeah. All right. In the days before he allegedly struck a 23-year-old undocumented Guatemalan man with a government-issued Ford F-150.
Fucking Christ. What an asshole.
Built Ford tough. Border Patrol agent
That guy
Matthew-
wasn't, though. That guy wasn't.
Border Patrol agent Matthew Bowen sent a text to a fellow agent. In the exchange, which federal prosecutors now claim offers insight into his view of the aliens he apprehends, Bowen railed against unauthorized migrants who'd thrown rocks at a colleague as mindless murdering savages and disgusting subhuman shit unworthy of being kindling for a fire. The text message also includes a plea to the president, please let us take off the gloves, Trump.
Jesus Christ. If that's not reminiscent of the Holocaust, like, I mean, like, seriously, if that's not reminiscent of, like, Nazi Germany, I don't know what the fuck is.
You know, like, I do wonder, though, typically when you have these authoritarian positions, like positions of authoritarian power, there's a sort of, like, cultural requirement to dehumanize those people who are going to be your quarry, right? And that's kind of the attitude, right? Cops and robbers. You've got quarry and pursuer. You've got a real dichotomous binary relationship that I think, like, those authoritarian relationships, like, they require that kind of dehumanizing. Because who would do the work otherwise? Genuinely, like, could you do that work and still be empathetic to the plight of the people coming over here, knowing what they go through?
There's like a Black Mirror about that or something with, like, dehumanizing people.
Is that
like dehumanizing, and then, like, they make them see literally dehumanized people.
I did see that.
Yeah. But they're like humans,
right?
But they, like, make them think that they're not humans,
right? Yeah.
So that they're easier to kill,
right?
And so, you know, and you're right? Like, it sort of requires that mindset. It requires you to think that they're lesser. You know, I was wondering too, like, when did we get into this? And it's been my whole life. But when did we get into this thing, like, this idea of like no matter what, the authority figure is always right. No matter what, the police officer is always right. No matter, like, no matter what. And it's like there's never any, and it's not that I, there's some some part of me that's like, oh, we should, I'm completely anti-authoritarian, in every way. We're just like, no, there shouldn't be any authority. It's not that I'm saying that,
Right.
but I am saying, like, when did we fall into this trap that no matter what they say, they're 100% believe you're always trying to prove a case against it. There's never any like even ground when it comes to whether or not they were in the wrong.
I think that's the whole thing, though, right? It's like, if somebody is an authority, the ground isn't even. Like like it's
just by its very
definitional.
nature. By its very nature.
So like I think that's just structurally built in. Like, and I think America has had an uneasy relationship with deference to authority for a really long time. I'm thinking of like the natural deference to authority that really was part of like my grandfather's culture. In the 40s and 50s, authorities, even like doctors, they were authorities in a way that like you just did what you were fucking told.
Right.
I think there's less of that now. I think that's changed. It's better than it was, but I think in cultures like the military, in cultures like the police, in cultures like Border Patrol, there's a built-in and enforced requirement, culturally enforced requirement to say, look, I have to have an us and them, because if I don't, I'm not going to do this work. I'm never going to pull the trigger. I'm never going to slap the handcuffs on that little kid or that pregnant lady, on the border if I don't see them as less deserving than I am, right? So, and I don't know how you get people to do that work and be authorities without being grotesquely authoritarian, because it seems like, how does that not escalate?
Well, I just think you change the power dynamic. I think you change it to, I mean, this is my fucking super soft side or whatever, but it's like my idea would not be having someone there to say, I'm here to enforce this. And it's like, I'm here to welcome this. I'm here to welcome, help you in any way that I can, rather than I'm here to tell you no. You know what I mean? Like you would just change the relational structure between the entire system. You would change the whole thing. And that's not a thing we're willing to do. It's not a thing that this country's willing
to do. That's a whole different
it's changing
relationship.
You'd have to change the entire paradigm,
right?
And you wouldn't. You're not going to do that.
Right.
What you want is like I said, and I mentioned it in the show we recorded earlier. I was talking earlier about the people who were saying, I don't want any more immigrants in this country, and I want to get rid of the ones that we have.
Right.
And this is someone at a Trump rally saying that. Like they want to get rid of all
a Trump rally they said that?
All the immigrants.
Right.
Yeah. Like, okay, yeah, all of them. We're just gonna get. Okay. Well, you're first, dude. Well, where did you come from?
It's always all the immigrants, circa right after me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
I want to close the door after me. I want to do what I can.
Do I have everything I need?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, then fuck you. All right. So, 2 weeks later, on December 3rd, 2017, Bowen was on patrol near Nogales, Arizona, when he spotted a suspected unauthorized border crosser. Identified as Antolin Rolando Lopez Aguilar in a federal affidavit, the man had been hiding but took off running back toward the Nogales point of entry in an apparent effort to avoid apprehension, the affidavit states.
Look you, motherfucker.
Instead of pursuing Lopez Aguilar on foot, Bowen chased after him in his federal vehicle, known as a kilo unit in Border Patrol lingo. As caught on camera, Bowen maneuvered the front grille of the truck directly behind Lopez Aguilar. With the F-150 bearing down on him, Lopez Aguilar reached back to push off of the hood before Bowen accelerated the kilo unit directly into the back of Lopez Aguilar's body, knocking Lopez Aguilar to the ground, the document states. The Ford's tires came to a full stop within inches of running Lopez Aguilar over where he lay on the ground.
What the fuck, man?
Is any part of you surprised that this would happen? Because I can't find...
Well,
I am... that's what we want. That's what this border policy requires.
Well, and then, you look at what's happening down there, the people that are dying in custody.
Yeah.
You look at how they're treating people down there. It's a horror show down there. Yeah. And so, of course, like you said, you're gonna if you treat people like subhumans, you're just going to constantly think of them as subhuman, and then you're eventually just going to be like, well, it's like a getaway dog. You could just like kick it, knock it down,
right.
And it's like a fucking, they should have lassoed the guy and fucking hogtied him.
The best part of this story is that the guy didn't die.
Right.
That's the only surprise that I found so far is that the guy's all right.
Yeah.
So Bowen, now 39, was indicted in May of 2018 on 2 counts. One, a civil rights crime for what prosecutors called Bowen's choice to use deadly force against a person who was running away from him and posed no threat. So I at least like that he wasn't like, I feared for my life when I drove over him in my truck.
I was fearing for my life. I was so afraid. I just stomped on the gas and ran as quick as I could.
I'm so scared, scared. I'm a little surprised. It's not like, I mean, he kind of had it coming. You know, he was running.
The only way
from a truck.
The only way he could be more afraid is if he leaned out with his pistol out the window and shot him as he was running.
Yeah, or like lasted him like one of those like calves, like just tied him up.
Yeah.
And the other, an obstruction charge for his alleged effort to cover up the crime. Bowen has pleaded not guilty to both counts, evidently not knowing it's on camera. Lopez Aguilar was scraped up but not seriously injured, according to court documents, and reportedly sentenced to 30 days for misdemeanor offense of illegal entry in the United States. So Bowen's trial is due to begin in August, but the case is already shedding a spotlight on a troubled culture at Border Patrol. Yeah, no shit, that's a troubled culture. But that's a culture that's like, it's like what we're asking for, right? Like this is what all the war drums around the border. This is like what that guy's saying, like, I want all the immigrants out of the country. That's what the Trump rally has said. This is what we want the world to look like.
But Trumpers don't care.
Yeah, I know.
And they actually like I think they might think that this is a miscarriage of justice, that this guy is getting prosecuted for something like this. Because you should be able to do stuff like that.
I don't see a substantial difference between this and kicking over the jugs of water in the desert.
Yeah, no.
Do you see a substantial... Like, this is a little more direct.
Yeah.
But this guy just had...
You want the same result.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, God, I just want to maximize the suffering of people who have already suffered. Can you imagine walking from Guatemala to America?
Right.
Like, if I have a bad parking spot at the grocery store, I'm pissed off. You know what I mean? You know, like you park, you're like, oh my God, I'm like all the way on the other side of the lot. Ugh.
Could you imagine?
I made myself I yell.
We want to thank Paul.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Live stream.
Live stream. That's the joy of the live stream, Tom. It's okay.
Oh, holy shit.
Well, don't worry. That guy next to us, the guy next door to us, can just crank his music while we're doing this. No big deal. We want to thank Paul for sending that in. Paul sent in 3 stories. We have 2 more we might want to get to here.
Yeah, if I can talk.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, F's in chat for Tom, guys.
Jesus, send help.
You want me to take this one?
No, I'm good. I'm all rally.
Sure?
I'm a professional.
I see you crying over there.
just-
Let me take this one. Let me take
Oh, my
this one.
God. It's just my body.
Sandy Hook lawyers say FBI notified after receiving child porn from Alex Jones. Do we have an Alex Jones clip hidden somewhere? Do we have something, Ian, that we can play very quickly? Just a sort of an F for Alex Jones. Do we have anything at all? I don't know if you have anything, but if you do, play it while I'm talking.
I'll find something.
All right. So lawyers representing families of Sandy Hook massacre victims said in a new court filing that they found child pornography in electric files turned over to them by the InfoWars founder Alex Jones. This happened earlier this week. What wound up happening was his basically had, a bunch of stuff that they needed to turn over to the other side.
Right, in Discovery.
Right? In Discovery.
Yeah.
They turned it over. And I guess they didn't vet it all because some of their degenerate people who watch InfoWars decided, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send InfoWars child porn because they might be out. I don't know why you would do that, but they sent it to InfoWars, and then the InfoWars just passed it along.
What kind of fucking organization are you when your fans send you child porn? Like, maybe that's a time when you like we got a box of like butt plugs and pocket pussies.
Yeah,
There
right,
was
right.
a moment where I was like, this is my life now.
Yeah, right,
That's
right.
a little, I have to pause and think about that and decide I'm good with it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I am good with it.
Yeah.
Sex positive, yay. But there's a moment in your life where you're like, who are my fans? What are my Christmas presents? Right? You know what? Maybe I don't want to do this anymore, and it's time to take stock of my life.
Could you imagine? And the thing is like the moment you get child porn, you immediately report it to anybody. You just send it to say, you'd be like, I got this. Somebody sent this to me. You immediately report that person, because here's why you report it. Because you want them to never send it to anybody else, and you want them to be caught for what they did. That's why.
You do that for that, and those are the good and just and altruistic reasons. And also because, oh my God, I don't want this. It's like clear your house out. It's like fuck, it's a panic moment.
It's both good for people to do. It's good for everyone, and it's good for you.
It's protective for you.
It's protective for you, and it also helps the world, because that person hopefully will be caught.
It's
and
like,
not give it to anyone else.
It's like waking up and there's a dead body in your front lawn. You're just like, fuck. Fuck!
Is it Tuesday already? Jesus Christ!
What you don't do is like mow around it, you know? Like, oh no. That's not okay.
So, basically, Alex Jones, his lawyer, there's a part of this where his lawyer calls it laughable. His lawyer says, the items were embedded in emails and sent to folks at InfoWars without ever having been opened. And he said that basically the idea that anybody here knew that this was child pornography is completely laughable. And it's like, that's ridiculous. Like you got it it was sent to you, and then you gave it to somebody else. Yeah. Like, you didn't even bother to open the attachments. You never opened the email. You were just like, we never opened that email. Wait, has there ever been an email we haven't opened that we got?
No.
Every email gets opened. I don't pay attention to none of them, but then they get opened.
Right, you open them. I like what Alex said about it. Alex Jones said, you're trying to set me up with child porn. I'll get your ass.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe choose a different phrase when we're talking about sex crimes.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'll get your ass is not how you...
Well, maybe that guy didn't feel threatened because he's not a kid, so it didn't matter.
That's very true.
Didn't matter.
Right.
So. But he says this. He says, I'm going to get your ass. He's like, they're trying to set me up with child porn. I'll get your ass, Jones said on broadcast, before adding $1 million, you little gang members.
What is that?
What are we talking about? What little gang? We talking about the little rascals? $1 million to put your head on a pike. And then his law firm basically said that you're trying to intimidate me. And then Jones's law firm pushed back against the idea and said Jones was acting. The law firm said that Jones was acting in a threatening manner. And then his law firm, Alex Jones's law firm, said Mr. Jones was upset. He did not threaten that person. He spoke in a compassionate fashion. So put your head on a pike, Tom, is a compassionate.
It's a compassionate piking.
Fashion. Yeah.
It's a compassion piking. Yeah. A packing.
What the fuck is he talking about?
God. This guy, what I absolutely love, did you watch any of the deposition?
I did, yeah.
Everything he does, he loses so badly.
Yeah.
Like his shtick,
yeah.
And like nobody buys it. And it's finally at a place where it's like he's held to account in front of people that hold people to account for a living. Not held to account by a bunch of credulous dipshits that don't have the same kind of broadcast platform that he has, where he gets to use his bully pulpit to scream louder than everybody else. And so when all things at the table are equal, he loses like nobody's business. He loses so hard. Yeah. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah. It's crazy to see him sort of melt down, because he's to be perfectly frank, I think he felt like he's been untouchable for too long. Yeah. He's felt like, I can say whatever the fuck I want. I can basically say whatever I want. I can make up any kind of fucking crazy shit that I want to say, and I can do it with impunity. Mm-hmm. And no one can ever touch me, and it's freedom of speech, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. And he finally lost. Somebody finally said, no, what you're doing is too far. What you're doing is pushing too far. Because it wasn't just, the thing is like, those things incited other people to do horrible shit to that person who lost that kid. Yeah. Some kid, the kid got killed in Sandy Hook, and his dad had to suffer like a very long time because of it. Because these people they'd hound him, they'd chase him down, they'd send him, they'd send him stuff in the mail, they'd tell people they knew where he lived, they'd contact his employers. They were just awful to him.
They fucking, here's a guy whose life was absolutely devastated, and people made it a mission to continue to devastate him. Right. And to make it, I'm sure, impossible to begin the process of healing from the trauma of losing your kid to a murderer. Yeah. Like the amount of harm that was done is incredible. So it's awesome to watch this fucking idiot get taken to account. It's amazing. I think like I'm an advocate of free speech, but I'm kind of an advocate of free speech to a fucking point. Like I think most rational people are.
Yeah.
The sort of like all hands off free speech advocates where there is no speech which is unacceptable socially or legally. And there's a big difference, right? But those people don't make any sense to me at all. They just don't make any sense. And the Sandy Hook thing was awful enough to bring attention to the idea that like speech has consequences and those consequences need to be dealt with. And it's kind of awesome to watch.
Yeah.
He's losing so hard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go check out chat for a minute.
Yep.
I'm here to date your 6-year-old.
It's amazing. Oh, that was so good.
Oh, that's fucking perfect. Fucking perfect. Remember, everybody, if you want to become a patron, I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to tell everybody at least a couple places how to become a patron. If you become a patron, you can make Gary the Unicorn fart glitter. So you remember, if you become a patron now while we're on the stream, it'll mention your name. We'll thank you.
You know,
and,
Ian, give us one. First one's free. First one's free. We got to give him a taster. It's like opiates. Give him a little, you know.
Of the unicorn?
Yeah, the unicorn. Show the kids at home what they could win.
Okay.
Come on now.
he's going to do it. It's going to take him a minute, though.
All right. I'm waiting for Ian. Always waiting for Ian. Shitty Ian. Oh, my God.
Oh, this is when you were...
Yeah, sorry, guys.
This is when you were choking.
Oh, just stall. I'm sorry.
It's when you were-
It's
when you were...
I coughed myself into fucking oblivion there. I yelled until my throat gave out. It was ridiculous.
So this, pretty soon I'm going to be going to see, Liz is coming to town. I'm going to go see Liz at her town hall next week.
Liz Warren?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Next Friday, I'm going to go get off work early and go stand in line for 3 or 4 hours and hopefully get into her town hall.
Oh, that's terrific.
So I'm gonna
Where's
go,
it at?
It's Roosevelt Theater.
Okay.
So, yeah, right. I mean, a block from where I work. So
that's awesome.
So I'm going to go
man.
down and see Liz. Hopefully, I want to ask her a question. Be like, "Will you date me?" That's gonna be my question. Hopefully, they pick me. She's one of my free pass people. My wife, it's Liz is one of my free pass people. So it's like my wife can't say anything. If Liz,
she just got to high five you when you get home.
Liz says yes. If Liz says yes, my wife actually has to stay in the room and cheer me on.
Just to hold your hand.
Yeah, it's like one of those not weird. Sorry, one of those. No, it's not, I'm not going to kink shame those Mormons.
No, I feel like we did a whole episode doing that.
Okay. And if you want to not be kink shamed, you can go to adamandeve.com.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so I'm gonna go see her and see what she has to say. I gotta say, the stuff that she's been saying lately, she's very positive.
She's coming hard out of the gate, and she's coming hard out with real plans.
Yeah, real plans.
And
just like we talked about.
Yeah.
You know, she's one of those people who's been involved for a long time. You know, and so
who's also making a lot. Buttigieg is
he's
really
climbing,
running,
climbing. Yeah.
He's a way more serious contender as the fucking mayor of South Bend, Indiana.
I know. It's crazier than I thought it would be.
It's laughable, but I guess it's not more laughable than hotelier, as president, right?
There's like that Andrew Wang guy. Is that his name? Andrew Wang?
Uh-huh.
He's also climbing. Cecil stuffed
Liz's
ballot box. Caliente. Let me tell you.
Stuffed is aggressive.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I sort of.
Say it. God,
there we go. There's Gary. There's Gary.
Blessings on my face.
So that's what you could win.
That's it. Become a patron, and that's for you.
You can win Gary.
A little Gary action.
But yeah, he's coming on strong too, from what I hear. There's a couple of people that are. But you know what's crazy is Biden is still in it. Like, and not just in it, but like in it all the way. Like unbelievable.
He is the fucking hand job of candidates.
He
is
really
a consolation prize.
He really is. He's the sad trombone hand job of fucking.
You're just like, none of us are having a great time.
He's the mean, like, slap your balls hand job. Like, he's like the ow, like, don't do that. What are you doing?
God, grippy.
That hurts.
Grippy.
What are you doing? Have you ever touched one of these before?
You know what? Let me do it. Just go home. Just get out of the car.
At this point, I will tell you, man, Bernie is 1,000 times better than Biden. And Bernie's older, but Bernie's 1,000 times better than Biden.
don't get me wrong. If he wins like we've talked about.
I don't even want to hear that anymore.
right,
I'm
all
done
right,
with that.
done.
You know, we are going to
Okay.
vote for the Democrat. I'm voting for somebody who's running against Trump. Period. I don't care. They give it. You could be like.
God,
Hey!
Hold on.
this is for
We got someone.
on my family.
That was Elliot. Thank you, Elliot, so much for becoming a
Yes.
patron. You're the best, Elliot. So
I would vote for a spatula with googly eyes
I
on
would
it.
vote for like an old dusty book. I don't even care. Like you just put whatever it is. Like there's like 2 goldfish in a bowl. Great. It's got my vote.
It's got more brain power than our
Doesn't
current
matter.
president.
Doesn't matter. But you know, do you think too? You know, before we get into this last story, do you think too that there will almost certainly be 2 people from this running? That it's going to be a vice president candidate.
Oh, I don't know that for sure. It would be great if it was. I mean, it kind of seems silly not to do it that way. And we do have, I think, almost all the registered Democrats are now running for.
I know.
On that
I think I'm on that ticket. I didn't even sign up, and someone was like, "Yeah."
I wasn't going to do this right now, but guys, I am announcing
Oh,
right
we got
now.
another one.
This is for blessings on my family.
That was Riley. Thank you,
Riley.
Riley, for becoming a patron. You're the best, Riley.
You're the real heroes.
You are
right now.
Actually, Riley is running for president. So if you want, I'm gonna give Riley a little. But
Say it.
we got another. Hold on a second.
This is for blessings on my
Widley Scuzz.
Yes,
Widley Scuzz.
okay.
Thank you so much, Widley Scuzz. You're the best. So but seriously, like there's everybody is basically running for president. I mean,
Right.
everybody's bad. There's like 3 dead people. Like it doesn't even matter at this point.
And I don't care which one it is. But yeah, I don't understand the appeal of Biden. I understand the appeal of him, as an individual. I think I do understand that appeal. But as he's too conservative. He's too old guard. He's too establishment. I don't think that's what the left wants or needs right now. I'll take him.
Yeah.
But when you compare him against the other candidates, like, you know, I mean, just on the abortion issue, he's had to backtrack. You know, he's not terribly progressive.
Yeah.
He's just not.
And then the worst part about it is he's got a long history where he has been very different.
Yeah.
Right? So
that's troubling.
And it's very troubling. So they're just going to show all those clips of him being an asshole to certain people and falling on in a different area. He's trying to talk about how you reach across the aisle. That's his plan is to talk about that.
And we have a reach across the aisle guy.
Fucking basically a fucking Biden is a reach around guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like he was like, well, that didn't work when Obama tried it, but
Yeah.
We'll give it another whirl.
All right, this is the last story we're going to cover. This one's from The Signal, and really, I'm not going to read any of this, but this is really just the killer that was in New Zealand, the one who stormed the mosques. They're not going to name him, and they're not showing his face. They're blurring him out. They're basically erasing him. They're saying, yeah, the crime happened. It's really sad, but we're not going to talk about this person at all. We're not going to show you these exposés of his history.
Yeah,
and
no social media posts.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
Here's his like diatribes on the issue. Like
We're not going to show you a computer-generated scene where we show exactly how he walked in the mosque and shot people dead. And
Is there anything more sensationalized and fucking pointless and devoid of social value than those little scenes? Those little like reenactment vignettes of like the red dot shooting the white dots and all, black. Why do I need, as a regular person who's consuming news, that is so valueless?
Yeah.
All it is a voyeuristic, thrill-seeking bullshit that I get to like watch other people's misery and be like, I'd jerk off to that.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah. It's mass shooter Pac-Man.
Right.
Should make a waka waka sound. Just
Ghost, ghost, ghost,
gobbling.
ghost, 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 ghost.
No.
Wow, he's out of pellets.
No, he's not. No, he's
This is
reloading.
America.
He's reloading.
Plenty of pellets.
He's got all the pellets he
Just
needs.
literally just
Yeah.
all the pellets.
Yeah. Fucking unbelievable.
I think this is great. This is the template, right?
Yeah.
And we did this for the Virginia shooting recently. The Virginia governor was like, "Yeah, great story. Not telling you who did it. Let's focus on the victims.
Yeah.
Let's focus on gun control.
Yeah, I think that's
let's have
great.
some solutions.
Yeah,
there.
that's what you need to do. And that I think what's the guy's name? Charlie something. You know what I'm talking about though? That Charlie. There's a guy named Charlie something who he's a Brit, and we played it on the show, and it's him talking about how local. It's a local story. You don't need to cover it massively. And he's a Brit. I forget, it's Charlie something or another.
Yeah.
But
I want to say like Charlie Hebdo.
I want to say Charlie Rose, and that's not right.
No.
But it was Charlie something, and I think he's actually the guy who does Black Mirror, or one of the guys who's involved in Black Mirror.
Okay.
But he's basically saying, just don't fucking sensationalize this. We should stop doing this, because every single psychologist out there says that's what makes more mass shooters.
Yeah.
That's what creates the mass shooters, is when you fucking put their fucking face everywhere and you turn them into a billboard. Suddenly people think I can get famous doing this shit.
Which I think is kind of amazing, because most people don't know after, like, the amount of fame that you get as a mass shooter, because there are so many now, is so fleeting. It's incredibly fleeting. You're a celebrity, you're a shooter celebrity for about, one news cycle.
Right.
And then it passes
go
away.
away.
I don't know the name of the Las Vegas guy, do you?
I don't know.
I don't remember the name of the Pulse shooter, do you? I don't remember the names of any of these
I mean,
fucking
you remember him as the thing. Shane jumped in and said it's Charlie Brooker.
Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that makes sense, Shane. Thank you. Yeah, I wanted to thank too before we leave. I did want to thank the patrons. The people who sent messages in. Shane was one of those people. He sent us the New Zealand story. We got one from Paul. Paul sends us stuff all the time. Paul is just,
thank you, Paul.
He's constantly searching news. And Judy sent in the other one. The other ones were great stories. We just didn't have time to cover them all. We are going to have a big day soon. What day is that? It's not super soon, but we're planning next month a big long stream.
Yeah, we're going to be in all day at the studio.
All day at the studio.
Yep.
So we're going to plan a big stream next month, but we are going to continue to do these. We just reached a goal where we're going to do these at least once a month, if not more. So we're going to try to set these up more often. Hopefully, we could do them every week. It just depends on Ian's schedule. Ian's always so busy.
I know. It's ridiculous. Ian, quit your real job that pays the bills
and gives
just
you
do this.
Grammys. Quit your job that gives you the Grammys.
Yeah, what are you, hogging them all?
Yeah, Jesus.
I don't think he's doing that.
I don't think he's going to do that either. But let's see. So we got to... Yeah, well, we're gonna have a big stream eventually, but we're gonna have these little ones leaking up to get to. We're gonna trickle.
Kind of a split stream now.
We're gonna trickle, and all these tributaries will work their way into a big stream eventually. I want to thank everybody who came Patreon tonight. Thank you so much, and we want to thank everybody who joined us. Thank you, Stream, for coming around, hanging out with us. Remember that if you become a patron, you can contribute stories that we do on these live streams. So we look forward to getting these stories from you and reading these stories and covering them on these live streams. So, Tom, I think we're going to go. What do you think?
Let's
Time
do
to
it,
go?
man.
All
yeah,
right.
this was great, guys. Thanks so much.
We're going to turn to look at straight ahead, Tom. It's straight ahead for you. It's straight ahead for me. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys.
So long.
Thanks
Take
so much.
care. Bye. Quick, I'm still waving.
Turn it off.
There we
Turn
go.
it off.
Oh, my God. Turn it off. Let's see if this still works.